What up? What up? What up? Ladies and gents, boys and girls, you are now tuned in to a brand new video or episode of Sportsway with Dre Day podcast. I am your host with the most, the Hood's ESPN, Crystal Street's very own, Dre Day. What's up? What's up? What's up? Once again, thank y'all for y'all continued support. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. If you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Sportsway with Dre Day Podcast. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. So once a video is dropped, you will get a notification letting you know that your boy dropped. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Y'all see the title to this video. Now, this question has been lingering around for quite some time now. And Nikola Jokic is a stud, right? He is a stud. Like, we are not going to sit here and sugarcoat and act like he's not a stud because he is. But after that 60-point triple-double that he had a few nights ago, the questions that are now coming up about Nikola Jokic is he a top 20 player of all time in the NBA? That is the question that is lingering around right now. Now, being that I was off today, I watched First Take, which sometimes I don't really do, but today I said, you know what? I'm going to watch First Take. I'm going to watch. And man, did I get a treat. They had Marcus Morris on First Take. See, what I give First Take props for is that they bring NBA players on their show to say their piece, to give their opinions on certain topics, right? So you had Stephen A. and you had Kendrick Perkins, and you had Marcus Morris on the panel. And the question was, is Nikola Jokic a top 20 player of all time? I'm going to play what Marcus Morris said, and then I'm going to give my opinion because this was just downright crazy. But I want y'all to hear it first, and then I'll give my assessment.
That Jokic is already top 20 player all time.
We laughed about this off screen, and I wasn't really counting his 3 MVPs, but I'm still not going to say he's top 20 right now, right? His body of work is definitely impressive. The game has changed completely since Jokic's been in the game. I don't see top 20, and that's not to him, because what he's doing is special. He's transcended the game, the way he can pass, the way he can control the game, how hard it is to guard him on the post. But top 20 right now, nah. So if this, I don't even want to say this, but if he stopped playing today, would we say Jokic was a top 20 player in the NBA? I don't agree.
Kirk, why are you looking at him sideways?
Y'all hear this nonsense? Do y'all hear that nonsense? See, as much as I just said, I appreciate the NBA. Well, First Take, letting NBA players come on their show and say their piece. This is one of those situations where Marcus Morris shouldn't be allowed to come back on First Take. Now, there have been some people that was in the NBA that came on First Take and did exceptional work. Austin Rivers did an amazing job when he was on there a few times. Pat Bev did an amazing job on there sometimes when he was on there. CJ McCollum did his thing when he was on there. I mean, JJ Redick was retired at the time, but I'm talking about you was currently still playing in the NBA and you made a cameo on First Take. Those 3 names I mentioned were absolute studs on First Take. Pat Bev, CJ McCollum, and Austin Rivers, right? This is one situation where they dropped the ball. Marcus Morris had no business being on First Take. As soon as he made this statement, they should have wheeled him out the building. Don't even walk. We're going to wheel you out the building. We're going to wheel you out. Because for you to say that Nikola Jokic is not a top 20 all-time player in the NBA, you're bugging. And listen, maybe this is personal for him. We all remember a few years ago, Nikola Jokic had a little issue with one of the Morris twins on the basketball court. And then, his brothers, the brothers got involved, Joker's brothers got involved and stuff like that. So who knows? Maybe he said this because it's personal for him. But we got to stop. We got to stop allowing people. Now, again, I hear so many people, especially athletes. Oh, you don't got a right to talk about the sport. You ain't played the game. You ain't played the game. This is one situation where it's okay for a little young podcaster like myself that never played in the NBA, never played at this highest level, to give my opinion, because one of your own that was in your fraternity came up with a crazy ass statement, and he's got to get checked for it. And this is going to be one of those situations, because Nikola Jokic is damn sure a top 20 player of all time in the NBA. May I count the ways? Listen, I'm gonna read off some names, right? He's in the 20, right? Now, this is no particular order. This is no particular order, because that right there be something else. But I'm just gonna throw some names out there, and I'm gonna tell you that Joker is a top 20 player, right? So obviously the suspect, the usual names, MJ, right? Now we know he number one, right? That's the only person that I've ranked, because his spot is solidified, right? Magic, Duncan, Kareem, Kobe, LeBron, Larry Bird, Shaq, Wilt, Bill Russell. That's 10 names right there out the gate. That's 10 names right there. Then you got Hakeem Olajuwon, Oscar Robertson, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, the logo, late great Jerry West, Kevin Garnett, Moses Malone, Dr. J, David Robinson, Nikola Jokic. That is my top 20 of NBA players of all time. That's my top 20. Nikola Jokic is in that 20, because listen, with his resume and what he has done, there's no way you can tell me that he's not a top 20 player. He has 3 MVPs. And shit, he might get his 4th. Now, even though, listen, I've said this on my platform. I even did a video probably a month ago and said that SGA is the MVP. I was just on a podcast earlier, Barbershop Sports Talk. Shout out to my man Trey Frazier and what's my guy's name? What's his name? Dang, his co-host. I don't want to mess with his name. Maestro Styles. I was on their platform, and I said that Nikola Jokic was a top 20 player of all time. All time. He has 3 MVPs. He might mess around and get 4, right? If he gets 4, how is he not top 20 all time? How is he not? Because guess what? Jordan got 6. We know where he's ranked. I mean, he don't got 6. He got 5. Pardon himself. Kareem got 6. Kareem got 6 MVPs. We know where he's ranked. Jordan's got 5. We know where he's ranked. LeBron got 4. We know where he's ranked. Magic and Larry Bird, respectfully, collectively, have 3 apiece. We know where they're ranked. Shaq has an MVP. Kobe has an MVP. The late great Bill Russell, I think he got a couple of MVPs. Wilt got some MVPs. So all of those, Steph Curry, he got 2. One of them is unanimous. Hakeem got an MVP. David Robinson got an MVP. KG got an MVP. All of these names I just mentioned, they all got MVPs. And they're considered a top 20 player of all time. So how is Nikola Jokic not a top 20 player when he has 3 and he might mess around and get 4? And I forgot to mention, he got the ring. He got the ring. Now, had he not have it, but had those 4 MVPs, well, 3 MVPs, would I have put him in there? Probably not. Probably not. But being that he's got that hardware, which is that Larry O'Brien trophy, being that he has that NBA championship, oh yeah, you can rest for sure he's a top 20 player of all time. So maybe he said this because it's personal. Maybe he has a personal gripe with Nikola Jokic, but Nikola Jokic is a top 20 player of all time. Because guess what? With the list that I just gave you, I even had some honorable mentions. I had Charles Barkley. I had Karl Malone. I had AI. I had Dirk. Those are my honorable mentions. Who am I going to take off that list to add them? Who am I going to take off? Because when I did my list, right? When I did my list and I looked at all the names, probably the only name that I thought about possibly taking off was the logo Jerry West. But then I'm like, wait a minute, he's the logo. Like, he's the logo for a reason, right? Now, was his finals record amazing? Of course not. But the man is the logo, right? So we got to put some respect on that. So he's definitely a top 20 player of all time, right? Every other name that is on this list that I mentioned, they all have MVPs. All of them. Each and every one of them. I think Moses Malone has an MVP. I think he has an MVP. I'm not sure if Oscar Robertson has one, but again, he's, regarded as probably the second greatest point guard in the history of the game behind Magic Johnson. How is he not in the top 20? So I think Morris is tripping on this. I don't know if he was drinking before he got on First Take. I didn't even get to the clip of what Perk was getting ready to do to him because I just wanted to give my opinion on this because he's wilding. He's straight wilding. Nikola Jokic is a top 20 player of all time. I think those are the 2 biggest questions right now. I think he's top 20. The question is, where does he rank in the 20? I think that's the bigger question. And where does he rank as it comes to the big men in the league? Because what Morris also said was Joel Embiid was more skilled than Nikola Jokic. Now, I found that funny because obviously that's not true. Like if this was his audition to have a future in commentary after the NBA, oh, he failed with flying colors. He failed with flying colors. Off this take alone, there's no way you can have him back on First Take. Shit, with this statement, he might be worse than Ryan Hollins. Shit. Like, yeah, he's wilding. He's straight wilding for this. Nikola Jokic is a top 20 player of all time. Now, again, before I go, I'm going to read off the names again, right? And when you hear this, you tell me if you tell me Jokic is not a top 20 player, right? MJ, Magic, Duncan, Kareem, Kobe, LeBron, Bird, Shaq, Wilt, Russell. Remember, that's the first 10. Then we get to Hakeem. Then we get to Oscar Robertson. Then we get to Steph. Then we get to KD. Then we get to Jerry West. Then we get to Kevin Garnett. Then we get to Moses Malone. Then we get to Dr. J. Then we get to David Robinson. And then we get to Nikola Jokic. That's my 20. Now, my honorable mentions was Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, D. Wade, AI, and Dirk. Those are my honorable mentions. Karl Malone got an MVP. Charles Barkley got an MVP. AI got an MVP, and Dirk got an MVP. Now, if anybody deserves to make that 20, it's Dirk. Respectfully. But who do I take off to put Dirk on? Because Nikola Jokic is on, he's in the top 20. He's in the top 20. I think the question is, should Dirk be top 20? Because Nikola Jokic is top 20. So, listen. Marcus Morris, you said that Nikola Jokic is not a top 20 player of all time? That's what you said? You tripping. You wilding. You was smoking. Yeah, you was wilding. You was wilding all the way out with that. All the way with that. But yes, Nikola Jokic is a top 20 player. Now, when you get to where does he rank in the 20, that's a conversation for another day. But yes, Nikola Jokic is a top 20 player of all time. You cannot have 3 MVPs. You cannot have 3 MVPs, possibly a 4th MVP, and have an NBA championship on your resume and not be top 20. That's downright impossible. Downright impossible. And guess what? His career is far from over. Far from over. Because even if he don't win the MVP this year, who's to say next year he won't win? But Nikola Jokic is a top 20 player. He is. So y'all hit me up in them comments, man, and y'all tell me what y'all think. Do y'all think Nikola Jokic is a top 20 NBA player of all time? Just let me know. It's a simple yes or no. Is he a top 20 player of all time in your book? So holla at your boy. Scream at me. It's a wrap for this video. Once again, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Sportswear with Dre Day Podcast. Hit that notification bell so that way when your boy drops a video, you will get a notification. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, all that good stuff. In closing, y'all know how this goes. This has been another video episode of Sportswear with Dre Day Podcast. Catch y'all on the flip side. God bless. Peace and love. Your boy is out of here. Peace.